Previously on Batman Arkham Knight.
Missile barrage level 4 ready.
The Batmobile just used firepower far beyond what you should have access to at this point in the game to completely obliterate this first round of drone tanks. Now we have Poison Ivy in the passenger seat.
Jim, tell your men they can resume their patrols. The tanks have been dealt with.
Thank God. Let's hope they were the last.
Don't count on it. I need the isolation chamber prepped at the GCPD lockup. I'm bringing in Ivy.
As we take Ivy to the GCPD, we're listening to the track called Invasion from the Arkham Knight soundtrack. This song has the same musical structure as the main theme from Arkham City, except it's in 7/8 time signature. Now another famous song in 7/8 time signature is Tom Sawyer by Rush. Let's take a listen to the two tracks layered on top of one another, shall we? So we're heading deep into the underbelly of the GCPD precinct with Rush blaring on the Bat stereo.
What the hell? Hold your fire! It's Batman! Thought we were under attack.
Any progress with the fear toxin analysis?
It's gonna take a little while longer. Drop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got so far.
Who taught you to drive?
Yeah, sorry. When Rush comes up on my bat shuffle, sometimes my driving gets all erratic and syncopated, like those weird time signatures, man. As we walk towards the GCPD prisoner detention holding cells. And just like that, a new hub world is unlocked.
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Well, look who it is.
Ivy. That's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
Oh good, another cell.
Well, that's what this music was originally used for, to put Joker into a cell in the beginning of the first game in the series, Arkham Asylum. This particular cell, if you'll notice, was manufactured by Wayne Tech Enterprises. Coincidence?
You feel safer now that I'm all locked up? It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her?
That's a reference to some downloadable content you get to play as Harley Quinn.
These ain't the usual lowlives, neither.
And this also isn't the usual time to go into the evidence room. One other benefit of having already played through the game is I know the location of some shortcuts, such as in the evidence archive, where the GCPD is holding onto a gadget from Arkham City. That was nice of them.
One electric charge gun used by Batman, aka... We don't like to ask. Batman dropped this here with the rest of the Arkham City evidence. Nice to have some of Batman's gear in the evidence room. Hope he doesn't ask for it back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask, I'm just gonna take it. Speaking of taking, what's that green question mark thing up there? Could it be a Riddler trophy?
Hi, diddle diddle, detective. I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. It's when you left me battered and demeaned in Arkham City. I am the Riddler, Batman. I don't suffer humiliation. I pay it back. So solve my riddles if you can. They'll be very important later.
Well, in that case, I'm glad the cops were
We
hoarding
got
them.
you back in here, Batman. All of us. Owens from the diner probably wants you dead, but everyone else, Team Batman.
Owens from the diner? You mean from the opening cinematic sequence?
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop, lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
So sad.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing! He's got plans for you, Batman. You and all your friends. Tonight's the night we finally break the Bat. Oh!
Yeah, not before I also break your face. Never let it be said that Batman's too big to kick a henchman when he's down. And now we're off to the clock tower.
This thing's had a serious upgrade. Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Don't get too close. He's here.
That's a little slingshot trick you can do with the grapple gun to cover distances more quickly.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Actually, Lucius, she's a little sluggish.
And how did you know I was high?
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. I'll bring the afterburner function online.
Thanks, Lucius.
Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones, have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won. Emptied your city with a violent toxin and a few threatening words. That's how little the safety you provided was worth. And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin and I turn my gaze to the world beyond, the legend of the Batman will be worth nothing at all.
So that was another little homemade cinematic sequence using actual in-game dialogue and illustrated mostly by promotional material for the game, which I think does a really good job of reminding everyone of just what's at stake tonight.
Yeah, I fought Batman once. Broke my arm in 3 places. But the way I see it, lightning ain't gonna strike the same place twice.
Yeah, probably not, seeing as you're just some forgettable thug. So now we're sliding down into the clock tower, which, aside from the secret bat entrance in the roof, just looks like some stylish hipster loft space. Again, this is a jazz track that's buried deep within the audio files of the original Arkham Asylum game, which I found in some corner of the internet. Now here, detective mode is revealing this conspicuous bust, which is actually a retinal scanning unit. Let's go ahead and use that.
Identity confirmed.
Alright, here we go. Looks like the clock tower is actually a secret Batcave-esque outpost right in the middle of Gotham City. So we're going to go check out that computer, which Oracle was using to analyze a sample of Scarecrow's fear toxin, which I was able to upload to the cloud-based Bat computer in the last episode.
Do I come into Batcave, start messing with all your stuff?
You've managed to reduce the compound to its core elements.
But there's nothing in there that we can trace.
What if we'd been looking at this the wrong way? Instead of searching for the toxin, what if we focus on the manufacturing process?
Why didn't I see this? The reaction emits a unique radiation spike.
Run a scan of the city for this energy signature. It will show where Scarecrow is creating his fear toxin. I'll repurpose the antenna at the movie studios.
Bruce, I spoke to Dad. I hate lying to him. He'd kill me if he knew I was still in the city.
We'll stop Scarecrow.
Okay, so my new objective is to use the Panessa Studios antenna to pinpoint Scarecrow's location. Just gonna update Jim Gordon real quick to start Act 2.
Jim, we've got a way to find out where Crane's working from.
Thank God. What can I do?
Get your men ready. Soon as we've got a location, I'll let you know.
All right.
No way I'm joining with Scarecrow. I like working for Two-Face. Half the time, anyway.
I'm gonna skip some of the travel here. That's going to happen frequently in this Let's Play.
You know anything about that new guy? The one working with Scarecrow? Nothing much, except he looks like Batman. You kidding? The only thing he's missing is the cape.
What's that about somebody working with Scarecrow who looks like Batman? Who knows, maybe we'll meet him in this episode.
Look at your city. Abandoned in terror by those that fled. Torn apart by those who had nowhere to go.
The title I've given to this episode might be a clue. I've named each episode after a character in the story that plays a significant part in that episode. I've titled this one the Arkham Knight, and I don't think it's too big a spoiler that the game called Arkham Knight is going to have a character called the Arkham Knight. If it was, sorry. I mean, the game's only been out for 8 months now, people, come on. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how things play out.
The generator's damaged. I need to bypass it and power the antenna directly.
Hello again, Mr. Wayne. How can I help you this time?
Is the power winch ready for deployment?
It's 100% functional, though no guarantees if you're intending to pull that car of yours up the side of a building.
You read my mind.
It's in the job description, Mr. Wayne. Batwing's on its way.
So my new objective is to collect the power winch for the Batmobile. Sounds like a fun new attachment that can be used to provide power to stuff and also latch onto stuff like a regular winch. We just have to call the Batmobile over to the drop-off point near this lighthouse. I guess I should have summoned it on the other side of that little square so it didn't have to automatically flip itself around like that. Kind of ruined the flow going into the cinematic sequence. And there's the Batwing, using Harrier-style retro rockets to position itself just right, just above the Batmobile. And just like the last two games in the series, it looks like it'll just be used for drop-off upgrades. Seems to me that a vehicle of this magnitude could be slightly better utilized, but obviously Lucius Fox doesn't share my sentiments. So here's exactly what the power winch can do. It can pull down obstacles and move heavy obstructions, also delivers a high-powered AC electrical energy supply. Good to know. And oh, there goes the Batwing.
How do you plan on getting the car onto the roof?
I'll improvise.
Okay, so I've got to improvise. The first thing I'm going to do is pull down this obstruction so I can ramp onto the roof of that building. So I'm pulling down the wall on this Urba rail station. It's just a grinding, deafening noise. The destructive power of the Batmobile is just awe-inspiring. At least this gives me the opportunity to show off the new jumping abilities of the new Batmobile. Alright, that was fun. Now here we are on the roof, driving around. Can't seem to get up onto that next section without a little help. So let's investigate. I can use the winch to latch onto this thing. And pull it up into a little rampy thingy. Then I can use this ramp to jump from rooftop to rooftop, parkour Batmobile style. Switching to battle mode in midair actually lets you just stop short as soon as you land. That's a useful tidbit. Using battle mode gives you a lot more maneuverability, which is useful on these narrow rooftops, totally ignoring the fact that I have a perfectly good hover jet at my disposal, but whatever, we'll do it your way. So, HVAC towers. Whoa! Almost slipped off the edge there. Now here's a little gameplay tip. See on the left, that weak wall? I can use the Batmobile's cannon to knock that out, allowing me to investigate whatever's behind it. Oh look, another Riddler trophy. Never would have guessed.
You thought me gone, didn't you, Batman? Lost in the waters beneath Arkham. But like all submerged, forgotten fears, eventually I returned.
Yes, if you'll remember towards the end of Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow got attacked by Killer Croc and dragged underwater.
The anchor point is secured to the wall. I can't move it using the Batmobile, but maybe it can hold the car's weight.
Alright, here goes nothing. Took out that poster of Johnny Charisma. Say, anybody remember Batman Forever? This is kind of reminiscent of a famous scene in that movie where Batman drives the car up a wall using a power winch-like accessory. Ironically, this video game shows that happening in a much less cartoony way than that live-action movie did back in the 90s. So now that this winch is attached, I have to gently rev up the engine to provide power to this antenna. It's a little finesse-based mini-game element to keep this interesting. Just to remind you that there's speeds that you can hit the gas other than full throttle. And now it looks like this antenna is online. Objective complete.
Oracle, I've restored power to the radio antenna.
Great. I'm connecting now. But we're going to need a microwave tower to triangulate Scarecrow's location. There's one at Falcone's shipping in the Cauldron. I've marked it on your map.
Thanks, Oracle.
I was just talking to Robin. I think you should too.
Bruce, you need me out there. We can find Scarecrow faster together.
What you're working on is more important, Tim.
Can wait one night. Let me help.
I've got this under control.
Okay. Listen, try checking in once in a while. We're partners, remember?
I have waited for this night. Yearned for it. When I'm finished, the world will be forever changed.
There's a glimpse of Scarecrow's 3D character model, just to skip the travel over to Falcone's shipping yard. By the way, I've also skipped the part in the story where you acquire that upgraded suit that I've been wearing this whole time.
Oracle, I've attached the uplink to the microwave tower.
Perfect. Okay, both towers are fully online.
Time to find Scarecrow.
as we pull out the remote-controlled batarang and toss it high up into the air.
I need to use both antennas to identify the micro and radio wave frequencies across Gotham. If I can find both frequencies at the same location, I'll know where Scarecrow is manufacturing his toxin.
So here's a great bird's-eye view of Gotham City. See how it's made up of 3 islands, all surrounding the Lady of Gotham statue. It's clearly on the east coast of the country, putting aside all those rumors that Gotham City is actually Chicago or Pittsburgh.
The radio and microwave frequencies point to Ace Chemicals. That's where Scarecrow's producing the toxin.
Alright, so now we know that Scarecrow is at Ace Chemicals.
Jim, I've traced the fear toxin to Ace Chemicals. That's where we'll find Scarecrow.
Impossible. I've had a team there ever since the evacuation started, just like you asked.
Crane must have bought them off. Or worse.
I'm in the area. I'll round up my guys and head over.
Hold off until I get there, Jim. I'm on my way.
Ace Chemicals is obviously a very important place in Batman lore. It's where the Joker had this tragic accident that transformed him into the Joker. We'll see what new plot twists await us in Ace Chemicals now.
Any word from inside?
Nothing. We think there's a skeleton crew left in there, but they're not responding and the facility's locked down.
If they're still alive, I'll find them. They should be able to tell us what Scarecrow's up to.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Who's this creep in a helicopter? What's he doing here? And where's he going? What's he planning to do with that spotlight? Oh no, the bridge!
Come on, let's go! Come on, move! Take cover!
Yes, Batman, just walk straight into danger without fear. There's no chance you get obliterated by that helicopter.
Time to die, old man.
In death, he has nothing left to fear. Keep him away from Ace Chemicals. Your vengeance will come.
This ends tonight.
Wait, so this guy in the flashy helmet is Scarecrow's lackey? Who is this guy? And how does he have this army of tanks? Oh god, the tanks! That ended well.
Friend of yours?
Stay here, and I'll go find out.
And that, good viewers, is the end of Act 2. Our new primary objective heading into Act 3 is to stop Scarecrow from detonating the fear toxin bomb. And to accomplish that objective, we're going to have to rescue the missing Ace Chemicals workers to get information on Scarecrow. But the main issue is, who is that guy flying the helicopter, and why does he have such a vendetta against Batman?
Oracle, whoever this guy is, he's assembled an army. I need a name.
Alright, we've got something here from a Black Ops team operating in Venezuela. They discovered a hidden training facility housing soldiers bearing the same insignia. There's nothing but speculation on their commander, though. The only thing sources agree on is his name. The Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight? Hack into their comms. I need to know what they're planning.
Anything else?
There's a crew of Ace Chemicals workers left on site. They'll be able to help us track down Scarecrow and locate his bomb. I need to find them.
Each worker will be carrying a unique ID chip.
If I can access their personnel records, I'll be able to track them.
There's a security terminal in a booth near your location. Try there.
So I have to use detective mode to scan for enemy
There are
threats.
5 soldiers, each one armed and dangerous. Before I can access that terminal, I'll need to take them down.
So this is setting up the game's first Predator challenge.
Scarecrow tells me the reaction is nearly complete. Final evacuation of this facility will begin in T-minus 30 minutes.
So this so-called Arkham Knight will have to wait as we embark on the game's first Predator challenge. Now, it's not what it sounds like. Predator in this case refers to Batman preying on a group of armed enemies. In this case, there are 5 of them. I'm using the music from the first Predator challenge in the original Arkham Asylum. However, this isn't just the version of the song that appears on the official soundtrack. I was able to mix the 3 layers of the song together so that the music matches the action on screen. That was just the standard silent takedown from the Arkham Asylum.
Operation said Batman could be heading this way. Maybe we can have some fun and be the ones who kill him.
Yeah, good luck with that. So the best strategy for Predator mode is to get up to higher ground whenever possible and...
What happened to you?
Uh-oh, it looks like somebody found the guy that I knocked out. So I'm gonna have to move a little bit quickly here. Dropping down to take... Wait, why am I on the railing? Oh no, I've been spotted! Knock him out with the battering. Now that he's down, I'm gonna try to just take him out real quick. Oh no, there's more of them! A smoke grenade. Now while I'm concealed by the smoke, let me just... Vicious headbutt. Now jumping into the floor grates. Wait for the smoke to clear. Not the most cinematic thing to do, but most of the time it's the safest option. And now I can take out the next two with a fear multi-takedown. Alright, now what I should have done here is just taken cover and waited for that guy to come around the corner so that I could show you a different kind of takedown. Might not have been the flashiest, but now all 5 men are taken care of.
It's safe to access the terminal.
Okay, now time to do some computer hacking.
Let's see if Oracle was right. Data connection active. Data decrypting. Someone needs to upgrade their security protocols.
This is an upgrade on the Palm Top computer that was introduced in the animated series. Okay, so we've got 5 workers left in the facility. Time to go find them.
Oracle, I've got the ID codes. If I reach a high vantage point, I can use the bat scanner to locate the workers.
Okay, I've marked the tallest structure in the area on your map. Try not to fall.
So I've got to scan the Ace Chemicals plant to pinpoint the location of the missing workers.
This is perfect. I can release the bat scanner and search for the workers.
So I guess the bat scanner is the new name for the remote control battering.
I've managed to intercept some radio traffic between Scarecrow and this Arkham Knight.
Oh good, backstory.
Relaying it to you now.
I had him in my sights. I could have ended it right there.
We have not broken him yet. It will come.
Now I've waited long enough. Batman dies. Tonight.
Why do you hate him so much?
You can never understand.
Your revenge is at hand. This is his last night.
I'll make sure of it.
Any idea who the Arkham Knight is? Sounds like the two of you might have some history.
I've made a lot of enemies.
Ain't that the truth?
There are 5 ID markers showing up within the facility.
Let's hope they're still alive.
So the closest ID marker is 200 meters, straight down. I'm gonna glide over to that right now.
Keep an eye on the pressure gauge. I don't want any slip-ups. You know, if they weren't so trigger-happy with the technicians, we wouldn't need to do this stuff.
If these guys are killing the workers, I'm gonna have to move fast.
They hired me to kill people. I work in a damn chemical plant.
So this combat starts, as it should whenever possible, with a fear multi-takedown and flashes where possible. And check out here how we can use objects in the environment to help take down our enemies. In this case, that industrial chandelier. And with a slow-motion flying kick, this combat is over. As we follow this worker's tracker, we find something tragic has occurred. Yeah, he's not going to get up from that.
Oracle, they've killed one of the workers.
Damn it. We've got to stop them.
I found a way to get the Batmobile into the compound. They'll pay for this. All of them. Gates open. Time to bring in the car.
Now here's the first time we get to use the Batmobile remote for driving.
Main gates open, get ready. We got $1 billion tank headed straight for you.
We've deployed a diamond back to the main courtyard, sir. We'll crush him.
Gotta love their optimism. Your 60mm cannon will penetrate these heavily armored units, but it'll take a few direct hits to destroy them.
So here's Batman jumping into the Batmobile in midair. If this were a live-action movie, that would be one of the most expensive stunts to do, but it would be all over the trailer. That's a classic Act 3 action set piece if I've ever seen it.
Sir, he punched through the armor, just like you said.
He's searching for hostages. Keep non-essential radio chatter to a minimum. I'll be listening. You are listening, aren't you, Batman? Then listen to this. To all embedded units in Gotham, Operation Savior has begun. Each one of you has a role. Each of you knows your role. So move out of this damn city and lock it down. I want our hands wrapped tight around Gotham's throat within the hour.
You wanna off this guy? Yeah, but we can't. Orders say to keep him alive. Why? Who knows? Collateral, maybe? Want this guy? Yeah, good point. Maybe he just wants to pull the trigger on this a-hole himself. Typical. Doesn't mean we can't have some fun. Just need to, you know, not kill him.
range. It's Batman!
I guess I could have saved one of those guys for an eject strike, but all three of those guys seemed sadistic enough to deserve a riot shell right to the face.
Thank God you're here.
Uh-oh, looks like I've walked directly into a trap. A trap organized by the title character of this week's episode, the Arkham Knight.
Keep your guns trained on it. Oh, and avoid the bat symbol. It's a little trick. It's where his armor's the strongest. Aim for the weak spots, the shoulders first, then coordinate fire at the points where the plates meet.
Wait, how does he know all this?
You say something?
Leave him out of this.
Always defending the weak and the helpless. That's what I like about you. Predictable. And that's why we're gonna win. We know your move before you do. We know how you think!
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Of course. Who the hell is this guy?
Well, yeah, that too, but...
No. I'm just trying to decide which one of you I'm going to take out first.
And just so we're both on the same page here, I fully intend to kill you. But first, we're gonna make you something.
Yeah, no thanks. What else you got? Well, looks like he's got immunity to riot shells. And did he just use a grapple gun like mine to escape? I thought Batman's gear was state-of-the-art. And how did he know all about the Batsuit and... Oh, uh-oh. That guy's going through the glass. Looks like things are getting personal. It's a good thing we can use the Batmobile to assist in our takedowns. Here's another one so you can get a good look at it. Now here's another instant takedown, my favorite move in the game. Using an Aikido-style wrist lock. Block this guy, knock him into the wall. Now going for a ground takedown, delivered with so much force it cracks the pavement. And a John Cena-style clothesline for the win. Combat over, and episode over.
Wow, you drive a tank? That thing's incredible.
Yes, it is.